Hello everyone, my name is Atish and topic of this learning video is theory of probability. And as you all know that the today era is an application based era, so let us see the applications of probability. Okay, so I will write few of the probability and explain 2 or 3 out of them. So the application of probability occur in share market, casino, digital communication, weather forecasting. Okay, so out of these 4 I would like to tell you about the casino and the digital communication. And before I explain these 2 applications, I will let you know the very wonderful application of weather forecasting. Okay, as you all know that the rainy season is going on, and whenever there is an uncertainty that this today will rain, we have a very heavy rainfall, or sometimes it's like we have some drizzling in the city, so it comes under the probability that we are not sure. Sometimes the best example of yours being a student, like the probability of students attending the online classes or not, this also comes under the probability. So whenever there is an uncertainty, probability occur. Okay, now let me tell you about the casino. The probability used in casinos for designing the game of chances, so that the casino is having a guaranteed profit. Okay, so that is one thing. Probability is also used in digital communication. Okay, so these are the things that we have for the proper understanding of the digital communication. Probability is used. Okay, now without wasting much time, let us start with the basic definitions. So let me write basic definitions first. Okay, so whenever we talk about the probability, the very first thing comes to our mind is that the sample space. Okay, so the very first definition is on sample space. Sample space. So what is sample space? The number of all possible outcomes is nothing but a sample space. Suppose we throw a dice. Suppose we throw a dice twice. So if we have a coin, say for example, if you have a coin and we toss a coin 2 times, so what is the possible outcomes? Either both heads will occur, one head, one tail will occur, one heads will occur, or both the tail will occur. Okay, so this is nothing but the all possible outcomes. So this becomes a sample space for the random experiment when we toss a coin 2 times. Okay, now the next thing is sample points. After sample space, there are sample points. Okay, so what are sample points? The elements of the sample space. The elements of the sample space are nothing but the sample points. Okay, so what are the sample points? These are the sample points, 4 in number. Okay, now the next is say an event. So what is an event? An event is nothing but a subset of a sample space. Suppose let me take an event. Let A be an event where both the heads will occur. So what is A? A would be a set of this, and which is a subset of sample space. Okay, so event can be defined as a subset of a sample space. Example you can see. Okay, now apart from these 3 definitions, now let me tell you the 4th point. Suppose let A and B are 2 events, then number 1, A union B. If A and B are 2 events, then A union B is also an event, where that either A occur or B occur both A and B occur. So that is the meaning of union. Okay, now after union we have the brother of this union, that is intersection. So let me rub this thing. So I rub this. So the second point is about intersection. A intersection B. So if A and B are event, then A intersection B is also an event. That both A and B occur. Simultaneously. Okay, so this is about the intersection. Third point is about the complement. So A complement, or sometimes say A bar. So A complement or A bar is nothing but an event. That A does not occur. Okay, so these are the 3 points that I wanted to make. Now the next definition is about the mutually exclusive event. Next, point number 5. Mutually exclusive event. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so next definition is mutually exclusive events. Let A and B be two events, then A and B are said to be mutually exclusive if they are disjoint. Okay, what is the meaning of disjoint? Means nothing common between A and B, or you can write that is nothing common means intersection is an empty set. A intersection B is 0. Okay, do you remember we have an example of coin is tossed 2 times? So what is the sample space? Both heads, tail head, head tail, and tail tail. So if A is an event where both the heads occur, B is an event when both the tail occur. So what we can say, this event A and this event B both are mutually exclusive, meaning thereby there is nothing common in between them. Okay, now after this mutually exclusive event, we have a definition of dependent and independent events. Say number 6, independent and dependent events. So again I will be taking 2 events. So suppose A and B are 2 events. So these are 2 events. Now I can say that A and B, these 2 events are independent events if the happening or non-happening of the one event does not depends on the happening or non-happening of the another event. Okay, so they are both independent, otherwise they are dependent events. Okay, so if you want I can write, if you want The two events A and B are said to be independent events if the happening or the non-happening of the one does not depends by the happening or non-happening of the other. Okay, one remark I would like to make on this, just let it down. Two events A and B are said to be independent, if the happening or non-happening of one does not depends on the happening or non-happening of the other. Okay, then they are independent. Otherwise, what we can say? Otherwise they are dependent events. Okay, one remark I would like to make, because that remark is very important. So that remark is about the probability of the event. Okay, so I am writing it as a remark. So remark. So what is it? The remark says, if A and B are independent events, then probability of A intersection B is same as probability of A into probability of B. Okay, so this is the remark that is very helpful when we learn the definition of conditional probability. Okay, now if all these points, 6 points are clear to you, we can define the probability. Okay, so let us define probability. Let me write point number 7, probability. So let us say let S be a sample space, and A, which is a subset of S, be any event, then the probability of an event A is given by what is it? Probability of A is equal to, this is nothing but the ratio of number of sample points in an event divided by the total number of points in the sample space. Yes, an event A. Okay, so this is nothing but the probability. Now the second last point that we are going to discuss in this learning video is about the exams of probability. So let me write down it as point number 8. So it says exams of probability. Okay, now this is very important because when you solve examples, so many times you are getting the answers like unimaginable answers. So let us take the exams of probability. Okay, So let S be the sample space. I am going to start with this only. Let S be the sample space and A be any event, then the following exams holds. Okay, so take this exams very seriously, because the very first exam says for any event A, say A, probability is always lies in between 0 to 1. Okay, it seems very simple. Okay, but when you solve the problems, sometimes your values that you are getting is sometimes 1.9, sometimes 7.8, sometimes minus 1.2. See, that is not the case. You always keep in mind that probability always lies from 0 to 1. Okay, so minimum probability 0 and maximum probability 1. Okay, second point says probability of a sample space is 1, because the number of points in a sample space divided by the total number of points in the sample space get cancelled and you will be getting 1. Okay, now this is about this two, and let me write down the third exams. Third exam says if A and B are mutually exclusive events. What is mean by mutually exclusive events? Nothing common in between them. Both the events are disjoint. Okay, their intersection is 5. Okay, then if both the events are mutually exclusive, then probability of their union is same as probability of A plus probability of B. This is happen when both the events are mutually exclusive. Okay, so I hope that these points are clear to you. So I want you to go through all the basics that we have in this learning video, and once you go through all these videos, then only you can proceed to the topic that we have in our syllabus. Okay, so I hope this basics of probability makes sense, and if you have any doubt, you can contact me, and keep learning, keep growing. So thank you for watching this learning video. Thank you.